Oh my god. There's so much rabble. We are back, everyone, with Dual Destinies. Hello. I don't know what the hell's happening here other than a shit ton of lies. Sir, why the heck you lying? Man, if Judge Judy was here, this whole place would be blown to smithereens just by her anger alone. I don't understand how this is even allowed.
Director Cosmos, a new possibility has been presented by the defense. They are claiming that you were this third person.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Man, he's just getting it from all sides. I think he might not even survive this trial, to be honest.
Forgive me, I'm so sorry.
So, the great pioneer of space development is revealed to be just another fabulous cur. I only have one question for the likes of you. Shall I send you off quickly or very quickly? Wait, I'm sorry, what? Is that a euphemism? Oh god, we're meat spinning in here so bad. Wait, no we're not. We're just spinning. Stop. I don't know why I keep saying it.
The evidence doesn't lie, Director Cosmos. Don't try to talk your way out of this.
Man, we had to continue just now. And like after the continuation, it just fired off just like this. The shit's heated right now.
Fine, I'll tell the truth. It's all just as you say, Mr. Wright. It's true that I was there in the boarding lounge. I got there before Detective Arm, and when she arrived, she fired warning shots across my nose.
Why would she do that, though?
I was afraid people would mistake me for the killer, so I escaped to the control room.
Is that really the truth?
I then went past the elevators and all the way around to boarding lounge 1 again.
And then they met up, okay.
I came up behind Detective Arm and pretended to be the second on the scene.
Huh. I don't know, though. What a troublesome old man you are with such convoluted deeds and thoughts. Truly. One of the worst we've had for a while as far as old men go.
Oh, I see. So then, are you still insisting that you did not kill the victim? Oh, was I?
I really want to say that maybe I feel like he did not kill the victim, but all this runaround is making it real suspicious, isn't it?
When I arrived at the lounge alone, I saw the true killer.
You did? Going by my gut instinct, I want to say that I don't feel like he did it, although I have been wrong before. But I've also been right before. I was right in the last one.
The great Yuri Cosmos was a history-making witness.
Hold it! Wait a minute now. Now hold on just one moment. We just proved a few minutes ago that the third person that Mr. Starbuck and Miss Aura Blackwell saw was you.
No, it wasn't me. I saw the person as well. If I were the killer, why would I lie to cover for Starbuck? I would just leave him to take the fall.
I guess that's true, but you could still be playing a long con here. That's an excellent point. Yeah, on the tip of his head.
All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person.
I know, he did say that, but... Well, it makes some sense if he told those lies to cover for Mr. Starbuck. Still, a lie's a lie, Athena. Yeah, it just makes everything else that he says, like, you can't... There's no credential. You just can't believe. That's what happens. So Director Cosmos claims he's not the culprit, but where's the proof?
Ah, I just remembered. I have an alibi.
Why didn't you say that earlier? Oh, sure you do.
Miss Blackwell said that she saw the killer at 10 a.m., correct?
Yes. And?
Well, I was on the 4th floor helping with the evacuation effort. Ask any member of the staff you'd like. They'll corroborate me.
The director is not fibbing to the court for once. I confirm that he has an alibi for the time specified. I see. Okay. Well, if we're taking that as truth then. So, you're claiming that Miss Blackwell saw the killer commit the crime first at 10 a.m. and that you arrived at the lounge after that?
Yes, and I believe that the person I saw is the same person that Miss Blackwell saw. Although, it was pitch black, so it was more of a shadowy figure and less of a person. And I couldn't actually see their face, but it was definitely the silhouette of an Earthling.
Well, that could be anybody, though. Oh, as long as he has an alibi. We can't very well claim that Director Cosmos was the killer. No, we can't. Then again, maybe we don't need to yet. I wonder if he was really covering for Mr. Starbuck. Your Honor, the defense moves to have the director testify about the person he saw.
Very well. Director Cosmos, your testimony, please.
Is he really gonna give more? Ah, Jesus. Wait, are we really going with this? But he just said that he didn't see anything other than a shadow. How much can we possibly get out of that? What I really witnessed, okay? What I really witnessed.
As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I hid to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they had vanished into thin air.
How could that be?
I was near the elevator side door and, well, the launch pad 1 door. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer.
There was a garbage chute in there, wasn't there? I wonder if that's part of it. So, you were shot at by the killer as well? And then they disappeared?
Yes, though luckily no harm came to my glorious body.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Unfortunately, the bullet hit Terran's oxygen tank. I know because I heard a bang. That must have been the sound of the tank being ruptured.
Wait, but I thought the bullet hit his metal. That's what I thought as well. That was Detective Arm's bullet, remember? Oh, right, thank you. Oh, right. Oh, what a mess this is turning into. Let's see, I know I'm turned around as well. Director Cosmos is claiming that when he found Mr. Terran and his killer, the culprit shot a 10 caliber bullet at him. Right, but it actually hit Mr. Terran's oxygen tank and ruptured it. And then the killer disappeared and the director went into the boarding lounge? When Detective Arm caught up and fired those warning shots at him. Judging by his medal, it looks like one of them almost took him out, too. Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went. God, they're recapping because this is so, convoluted. Director Cosmos, I was wondering if you could elaborate on when the figure disappeared?
I'm ashamed to admit I tried to hide myself when I was shot at, but when I peeped back into the lounge, the real killer was gone. I rushed into the lounge straight away to investigate. But what I found was Terran with a knife in his chest and Starbuck out cold on the floor. So we have a culprit who vanished from a scene that had no escape route. Vanished without a trace. It's truly like one of my Japanese animes. God, it's not what he said. For all the people listening that aren't watching and reading the dialogue with me, they're gonna be very confused.
A riddle of the ages indeed, but I'd rather know how a fibbing leech such as you can be lauded as great. Oh shit, he's about to smack on him.
A great man is always misunderstood in his own time, but he must remain true to himself even if those around him don't understand.
Wow, that might be the first true statement he said all day. But how do you suppose this person managed to vanish so suddenly? Simple, because it was Space Boy himself. When he was spotted by the director and Aura, he quickly feigned unconsciousness. That would certainly take all the mystery out of the idea of a vanishing culprit. You're still on that, huh? He still wants to blame Starbuck, for sure. I want to raise an objection, but I don't have any counter evidence. Director Cosmos, when you saw this person, did you also see Mr. Starbuck on the floor?
No, because it was as dark as a black hole in there. I didn't see Starbuck until the other person vanished and I entered the room.
That wasn't exactly helpful. I mean, it's possible that could have happened, but yeah, that doesn't help us in any way. I'm prepared to accept your surrender, Wright, Dono. I'm not ready to go just yet. Surely we've got something we can use. I can't find any holes in this testimony, but I can't give up. Mr. Wright, why don't you let me help? Huh? What's up, Athena? You got something. While the director was giving his testimony, I detected a cacophony of discord. Which means he's hiding his true feelings from us, huh? This just might help us find out what happened to our vanished killer. That'd be great, Athena. Let's see what you can do with him. Oh, ew, wait, what? Oh, wait, no, not that. No, not that. You got it, boss. I wouldn't want to miss this chance to delve into a great mind. Yuri Cosmos, prepare to hand over the secrets of your heart to me. Cue Persona 5 music. All right, let's do it. Widget. I wonder what we'll find in here. Let's take a look. I'm not the best at these, but I try my hardest. As I tried to enter the lounge, okay, there's nothing there. The true killer inside fired a gun at me. Okay, so we've got like sadness, a little bit of anger, and surprise. Okay, those all kind of make sense. I hid to avoid getting shot. Still the same anger, sadness, surprise. That makes a lot of sense to me. But when I tried to get another look, they vanished into thin air. Nothing's lit up here. I was near the elevator side door. And well, the launch pad 1 door. Wait, why is there sadness here? That's weird. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer. Okay, why? There's not a lot lighting up here. I'm a little confused, actually. Wait a minute. Is that normal? Talk about mixed feelings. He must be trying to account for a number of contradictions. Oh, maybe he's hiding something. Maybe that's it. Mr. Wright, maybe this time we shouldn't just look for contradictory emotions. We should also look for emotions that should be there, but aren't. Oh, okay. I got you, girl. Okay. I guess it shouldn't be a surprise that his mind is a convoluted place, too. He must have felt very shaken and distressed at the time. Let's focus on the fluctuations in his emotions and see what we can uncover. All right, I got you, girl. As I tried to enter the lounge, that probably wouldn't have anything, right? I don't think so. The true killer inside fired a gun. Again, I personally feel anger, sadness, and surprise are normal, but she said look for things that aren't there, so let's go by this. I hid to avoid getting shot. Let's go to the ones that don't have any. When I tried to get another look, they had vanished into thin air. What would he be feeling here? There's 2 of them. There's this one and the next one, which didn't have anything. What was the next one? I was near the elevator side door. That's not really a statement that you need emotions on, is it? When I tried to get another look at... If someone just vanished into thin air after they'd been shooting at you, wouldn't you feel something? Probably surprised if I had to guess, right? I'm gonna try it. They specifically said to do something that isn't there. Would it be surprise? It would be, right? Not sadness? Well, we have 3 that we can do. Anger, sadness, or surprise, because that's what he was feeling before. But I think surprise would be the most obvious if someone was shooting at you.
Got it.
Oh, shit, okay. Yeah! You must have thought it was very strange that the killer vanished into thin air.
I did. That kind of thing just doesn't happen usually.
What, people shooting at you or people leaving after they shoot at you? Probably the second one. And yet at that time, you barely registered any shock at the occurrence. Okay, yes, talking it out helped.
What? Why are you...
I can only think of one reason as to why you weren't surprised by the killer's vanishing at... Oh, no. He probably knows who it is. If it's not him, which I don't think it is. You must have had a good idea of where they went. Isn't that right? Or that.
What? Of course not. That's preposterous. Only I can enter the control room. And the area beyond the launch pad door was filled with smoke, making it impassable.
But there was a laundry chute or a garbage chute or something in there, wasn't there? I'm pretty sure there was.
And as for the southern door...
Candace was there.
I was standing right there.
You were there with the detective.
So there was nowhere for the killer to run to.
Maybe or maybe not. You went into the room to check on Mr. Starbuck and Mr. Terran, yes? What if the culprit took that opportunity to silently slip out through the southern door?
I highly doubt it, as you recall right after I entered the lounge. Detective Arm came rushing towards it via the southern hallway.
Right, she was there too.
Anyone trying to escape through there would have been caught by her.
And yet the director wasn't surprised the killer vanished. So you're absolutely sure there was no escape route for the culprit to use? It's working, boss. One more punch and it'll be a knockout. There seems to be one more emotion that's at odds with his testimony. Go get it. Okay, back in the Matrix it is. Time to pinpoint our way to victory. What would it be? Here's what I'm thinking. I need to look at something real quick before I go on with this because, like, I'm not sure if I'm right about this. Now, we know there's one of the doors right there. Starbucks prints were found on the door lock. There's the other door. The door to lock to the east. It can only be operated by the director. Backup power lets it function even when the power is out. I'm worried about what I might be thinking. There is really nothing that shows that there's like a garbage chute or something else in here, is there? I mean, there is a little chute over there by this door. So I'm thinking there must be something here. It's got to be this one. Starbucks prints were found on it. And remember, he's out cold. Could someone have used them that way? Just like in Spaceballs, right? Even though we've done like 5 million Spaceballs quotes so far. Guy knocks the guy out, uses his hand for handprint identification. I wonder if that's what it is. The other question is we have to figure out what we're pinpointing here. True killer fired a gun. I hid to avoid getting shot. But when I had to get another look, they had vanished into thin air. I was near the elevator's side door. And, well, the launch pad 1 door. This is the one I'm not sure about here. But are we supposed to keep looking for things that aren't there? Or not? Here's what I want to know. This is like sadness or fear or something like that. What's going on with this? This seems odd. I want to pinpoint this just to make sure I'm not crazy. What is this here? Like, what does this mean? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to be afraid of the launch pad door.
The great hero Cosmos afraid? And what basis do you have for that outlandish accusation?
Whether I have any basis or not, you seemed quite distressed by it. That's true. It does seem fucking weird. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to use the F word. YouTube doesn't like that.
I'm most certainly not.
Director Cosmos, there's something about the launch pad door you're not telling us, isn't there? Wow, he's speechless. It looks like you hit the nail on the head, boss. Was that a euphemism? No, it's not. I'll just input those 2 pieces of data and... Yes, just what I wanted to see. How's the noise going? Still at 70, though. Presto changeo, less Discord. It looks like we're on the right track. Thanks, Athena. Now to make sense of what we've learned. Director Cosmos wasn't surprised that the culprit suddenly vanished from the lounge, which points to the possibility that he knew where the killer had escaped to. That's what I think as well. Furthermore, talking about the door to the launch pad made him uneasy. In other words, he's probably hiding something about the launch pad 1 door. When we put these 2 pieces together, only one solution to this puzzle comes to mind. Oh, man. What could he be hiding, though? I mean, we're assuming that it really was filled with smoke in there, right? Director Cosmos, did the real killer escape through here? Is there a way that he could have gone through here, though? If there was, like, smoke and... Maybe that's what Phoenix is about to ask if I present it. I'm gonna try that. Let's see if that's it. The culprit went through the launch pad 1 door to escape, didn't they?
Yes. I mean, no. Wait, disaster or starboard, we're going to crash into an asteroid.
Oh, a master tactician, you are not. But the area beyond that door was filled with smoke, wasn't it? Was it, though? Is there something we don't know? True, but this is still the only logical answer there is. If we can just figure out what the director is hiding about the launch pad 1 door, we should be able to iron out the logical inconsistencies.
But that door requires fingerprint recognition. Only Starbuck, Terran, and I have access. I don't see how the killer could have opened that security lock, do you?
He could have used either of the 2 hands. One of them was dead and the other was knocked out. Isn't it possible that they were dragged or something? That's an easy one. The killer was right there in the boarding lounge, meaning there's a way he could have easily gotten past that security lock. Come to think of it, we did examine the prints on the fingerprint recognition device. Uh-oh, I think that's where we're going with this. It has to be. I propose that the killer used this person's fingerprints to get past the security lock. In that case, it could have been both of them, but since we already have his prints on it, in the evidence, it's gotta be him.
Take that!
It has to be.
That's...
Mr. Starbuck was lying unconscious there in the boarding lounge. Anybody could have easily gotten past the security lock by using Mr. Starbuck's prints. And actually, Mr. Starbuck's prints are exactly what we found on the device screen. Right, so someone did use it.
Oh, bro!
It looks like he does have something to hide about the Launchpad 1 door. What is he doing? What could it be? This is so bad. And I'm betting it's got something to do with the culprit's escape route. Why is he
Why the fuck you lying?
I don't have enough information to see the whole picture yet. What do you think, Judge?
You know, something just occurred to me. Would you like to hear it?
Yes? I would love to. Judge, I love hearing from you. Huh? Oh, yes, by all means.
There's a security camera in boarding lounge 1.
Right, the one that recorded the victim and the defendant. What about it, Your Honor?
If the true culprit escaped into the Launchpad 1 corridor, then that might be recorded on the security footage as well.
Didn't it shut off, though? We don't have much of it, do we?
Then the mystery would be solved. What do you think of my logic?
It's great. Oh, he probably doesn't know, though. Oh, we do, though, so no one's... Oh, rip! No one's saying anything. Oh, well.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
I hope you didn't strain your faculties too much for that, your boldness.
I beg your pardon?
Look, if we play the security footage beyond this point... There's nothing. It's black screen, it goes black. Highly convenient, don't you think?
Oh my, the footage cuts off.
The camera was running on backup power, but apparently the power cables were damaged. Most likely by the after effects of the explosion. There is no footage after this, be it of criminal or space aliens.
And I thought it was such a good idea, too.
You tried. That's the important part. Oh, no. So, just because your grandchild is watching from the gallery doesn't mean that you should try to show off too much. Oh, no! Wait, your kid's here? Oh, Jesus. Grandpa boldness.
Oh, Prosecutor Blackwell, how did you know about my grandchild?
Man, what is he, a stalker or something? I think his grandchild just learned a little about the harshness of the adult world. Oh, that's so rude. Setting aside the issue of grandchildren, I'd like to have the witness continue. Director Cosmos, could you tell us more about when you entered the lounge? Are you even fit to speak at this point? Oh, jeez.
If I must.
All right, we're back in here now. We're still here. I guess it's gonna change now since Athena put the data in, right? Okay. I hid to avoid getting shot. What are we still looking for? After the killer vanished, I went into the lounge. Now there's sadness here. Okay, this is updated. But that's when Detective Arm appeared from the elevator side door. And there's surprise here, a lot of it. Okay? And then the detective shot at me. Anger, sadness, surprise. That all makes sense, though. What's the rest? So you see, the killer could have only escaped to the launch pad, right? There's nothing here. Wait, what? What are we supposed to pinpoint here? I don't get it. What do you think about Director Cosmos' emotional responses, Athena? Actually, my cat is really sick, you know. What? Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. I didn't know you had a cat. And on top of that, my dog just doesn't seem to want to play with me. What? Wait, what's happening? Why are you telling me all this now? Just humor me, okay? Now, when you heard about my cat, and then about my dog, which story made you feel sadder? The story about your cat, of course. It's only natural. Exactly. That would be the natural reaction. But there's nothing natural about the director's reactions. I think how each individual reaction changes across the whole testimony will be the key. Sounds unnaturally complicated, but that somehow doesn't surprise me. Wait, okay, so what does that mean? What doesn't fit? What isn't consistent? After the killer vanished, I went into the lounge. I don't understand the sadness here, but we already looked at it, didn't we? That's when Detective Arm appeared from the elevator side door. Would this be a surprise that you would care about? It's really... The surprise is huge because I guess because she appeared and fired the gun. Oh, you know what I'm thinking too? This one also. Wouldn't the surprise still be huge? He's literally having a gun fired on him right at the second. It's either this one or the one before. Pinpoint it. And if it's not this one, then it's the one prior to this. Wait, was I right? Oh, it could have been both of them, actually. Director Cosmos? Why were you so surprised when Detective Arm found you? And again, when she fired? That's what it is. They're not the same surprise. It happened in an instant. Maybe that's what he's saying. Isn't that a bit unnatural? What, are you okay? Oh, you're all right?
Sadly, even great men such as myself have ordinary human feelings. Our bodies are bound by the forces of gravity and emotions. Even a great man such as myself experiences surprise on occasion.
Yes, I'm sure you do. But my real point is not the fact that you were surprised, but rather what you were surprised by.
Pardon me?
First, you were surprised when Detective Arm found you in the lounge. And just after that, you were of course again surprised when she shot at you. Didn't match up though, did it? But considering what you were surprised about, a strange phenomenon occurs here. This is kind of vague though. How did anybody get this? Director Cosmos, what is strange about your surprise reaction is the fact that you were surprised twice, not surprised by something else, more surprised when Arm came. Oh, I guess that could also be it too. Wait a minute now. Was he surprised that Detective Arm came to check? What's he hiding? That almost might make some sense. What else would he be surprised by? Probably nothing, and surprised twice doesn't make any sense, so it has to be this. Sure, you were surprised when Detective Arm shot at you, but the surprise you felt when she found you in the lounge was much greater. So that is it. It didn't match consistency. The fact that you were more surprised by simply being found than being shot at suggests to me that you were conflicted about whatever it was you were doing there. Oh, shoot.
The enemy has acquired a new weapon. Commence operation hide under your desk.
What?
Oh!
Please tell me I finally sunk his battleship. Nice. Wait, we're still at 30? What the hell is happening here? What in the hell is he hiding? Boss, I'm getting less Discord now. Well, that must mean he really is hiding something about that launch pad door. Remember, too, this is the one that Fulbright said that Blackwell was very interested in, like, unnaturally for some reason. So it's all coming together. We just have to figure out what it is that's happened here. And whatever he's hiding most likely has something to do with the killer's escape. I wonder what it could be. If he was doing something suspicious around that door. Maybe we can spot some change between before he came into the room and after? Detective Fulbright gave us a photo taken after the crime. Let's run a comparison. Let's see. This is footage of the door before Director Cosmos arrived. And this is how the door looked after the director entered the lounge. Hey, look at that! There is a change. Something's definitely different. Wait, what? I didn't see it. Am I stupid? Director Cosmos.
What is it? What have you two been up to over there?
Finding the answer to what you were doing when Detective Arm found you, that's what. And that answer lies clearly in this footage. All we have to do is compare it to the photo that was taken during the investigation.
Don't be ridiculous. If you really do have an answer, you've had pointed it out already.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Phoenix has to tell me. He's asking for it. This is what changed directly after the incident. Huh? Hang on, can I look? I need the other picture. What is it? Oh, I see! The little knobby knob. Am I wrong? It's horizontal and vertical in these pictures. It doesn't match. See, like it's kind of hard to see in the bottom picture for sure. but in the top picture, it's not that bad. It looks like that's the chute that I was probably talking about earlier. So it must be this thing right here.
Take that!
The answer is this knob.
God, it sure is, though. It always is in the end. It really... Dude. Your Honor, please look at this footage.
Let's see.
Look at the knob next to the launch pad door. As you can see, it's horizontal.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
However, when we investigated the scene of the crime yesterday, the knob was vertical.
And what does that mean?
It means that sometime between before the director arrived and after, someone turned the knob. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you know what that means? After the scene was discovered, you were the only one who could have turned the knob. Oh my fucking god. Take a sip every time you hear knob. Wait, don't. I don't want anyone getting hurt. Come on now, Director Cosmos. Let's hear what you have to say. What were you trying to do by turning that knob by the door?
Fine, I admit it. You're right, I did turn the knob.
Oh my god.
That knob was a safety lock meant to keep the launch pad in place. I was afraid there would be more explosions. So I wanted to move the launch pad away.
You wanted to do what? Hey, didn't Ponko tell us something about how they prepare for launch? She said that once the launch pad's fully assembled, it's moved to the launch site. Right, it rotates. Right, we did talk about that. Oh no. But the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to be disengaged first. I guess that clears up what the knob is for. Oh, so if the killer escaped into the launch pad 1 corridor, maybe they were transported along with the launch pad to the launch site? Well, that... I guess we're not doing the garbage chute thing. I don't know where I came up with that, but this is just as good. I don't think so. The launch pad 1 corridor was filled with smoke. I don't think they could have escaped through there. So, where did the killer escape to? Where am I? I don't know just yet, but it looks like Phoenix doesn't either. I guess there are still some things we have to uncover. Wait, still? How much is this dude hiding? How much can it even be possible that he is hiding? Director Cosmos, I request that you tell us about moving the launch pad in more detail.
Fine. But listen carefully, for I'm about to give history-making testimony.
Oh no! History making? What in the hell? Fine, dude. Give me the history making testimony. I'm ready for it. Alright, what are we updating here? There he is on his little Segway with his butt. I had no choice but to disengage the safety lock. Okay, oh wait, this is all new testimony, isn't it? This isn't added on. Okay, I had no choice but to disengage the safety lock. First of all, why are you happy about this? Isn't the whole place, like, blowing up? Well, that's the first thing I'm gonna pinpoint. Let's see the rest. I feared there might be more explosions. Sadness, fear. So I had to cut the launch pad loose. Sadness and fear work on these, I think. Surely the only escape the killer had was through launch pad 1. Anger. Why are you angry? I'm not sure. Updated info. Someone farted. It was real bad. But that area was a sea of smoke. Nothing here. Okay. And found it. Where on earth could they have gone? Anger here. Okay. The director seems driven into a corner now. I can tell that he's having a hard time hiding his true feelings. Just one final push, then. His attempts to conceal the truth shouldn't be all that hard for us to break through. If we keep at it calmly, I'm sure we'll cross the finish line. I'm gonna pinpoint this happiness right here, because why in the hell would anybody in this situation be happy right now? The whole place is exploding. I had no choice but to disengage the safety lock? You make it sound like you were reluctant to do so. And yet, when you did it, you felt some joy, as if you were very pleased with yourself. Yeah, what's that about, dude? We can see right through you.
How did you do it? How did you know everything as if you were there?
Pretty impressive, isn't it? This is the power of analytical psychology. So, care to explain why you felt joy when you disengaged the safety lock? When I think back on the facts that we've discovered up to this point, I have to believe that you were trying to fulfill some hidden agenda. He was trying to help somebody escape. It's gotta be.
How do you know about that too?
Because I'm more or less a pro.
At guessing.
Mood. Same.
But you have no proof that I had a hidden agenda. And even if I did, I would never, ever, ever tell you, so there.
You pretty much just sealed the deal by saying that, though. I know they say people regress as they grow older, but you, sir, take the cake. It's true. That's why I'm 12 years old, I think.
And how could you doubt a man with such great intensity, intelligence, and integrity?
Silence.
You, a man of integrity, don't make me laugh. Prosecutor Blackwell? What came over him all of a sudden? You've spouted nothing but falsity since you stepped up to the stand. You're not the kind of man that will be glorified in the annals of history. No, not this again! Not for greatness, anyway. Great annals. Unless you consider greatest barefaced liar an honor.
Liar?
Well, sir, I'm sorry, but you did literally lie for like 45 minutes straight. What are we supposed to think? His words bite harder than his blade. You moved Launchpad 1 after the explosions. Why? How naive you are. You fail to realize how even the facts themselves have betrayed you. You know, just a thought, but modern English can be your friend. He's speaking the Queen's English. And here's a thought for you, immediately following the bombing. Launchpad 1 was on the boarding lounge 1 side. The police confirmed this on the scene. What? Uh-oh.
Liar?
Oh, he's still going on about that. So, that means the director didn't move the launch pad? Curse my judgment for calling history's greatest liar to the witness stand. Let us leave him to indulge in his lies and war games to his heart's content.
A liar!
Objection!
What is happening right now? But it doesn't make sense. You can't deny that someone turned the knob. God. And once the safety lock was released, I'm sure the pad must have went somewhere. If we chase down the truth of this issue, we just might find where the killer escaped to. Ah! You're sure it must have went somewhere? We just might find out? Your arguments are nothing but conjecture, bluffing, and wishful thinking. Stop chasing your fantasies and see reality for what it really is. Or are you not man enough to, boy? Oh shit, excuse me? Wait a minute, I'm older than you! Man, shut the front door, dude. Ha, talk about hitting below the belt. Youngins these days. I know, Phoenix, I say that on the daily. I don't understand it. I'm sure Director Cosmos must have moved the launch pad. The knob was definitely turned after he came to the lounge. But the launch pad is right where it's supposed to be. Ugh. What does it mean? Wait a minute. Maybe I have it all backwards. What if the director turned the knob not to move the launch pad away, but to bring it back to where it was supposed... Wait, what? Was it not where it was supposed to be in the first place? Oh, wait a minute now. What are you blathering about? What if the launch pad was at the launch site before the incident, and then after the incident, Director Cosmos moved it back to its usual spot? All he had to do was turn the knob to call the launch pad back. But how many times have we said knob in this episode? And it would be right where the police found it. Ugh! Oh no, my hair. Excuse me, that is assault. Oh, he's sighing. You made him sigh like Mr. Starbuck. Was what I said really that off base? Oh, sorry if you just heard my ring camera, maybe. It pains me to have to explain how wrong your own logic is to you, however. Our great liar turned the knob on only after he discovered the crime scene. Indeed, the pad existed beyond the lounge when our Astro Wonders made their escape. A fact that has been recorded for posterity on filmless film. Oh, right. Shoot. So to reiterate, stop chasing your fantasies and see reality for what it really is, boy. grip, Mr. Wright, and focus. We know the launch pad must have been moved. But our deductions and the actual facts of the case are in direct contradiction to each other. Well, maybe the two astronauts never actually boarded the rocket. This footage could be fake, taken with a body double after the incident or something. On second thought, well, that's too far-fetched even for me. Yeah, I wish, but I don't think so. Never actually boarded the rocket. Wait, Phoenix, you onto something? Uh-oh, wait a minute, think about that, though. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe. Huh? Prosecutor Blackwell, what if I told you that the two astronauts never set foot inside the launch pad area, but instead went to another place? And what if, when the director moved Launch Pad 1 back, it was not from the launch site, but from another place? What would you say then? Cut the existential bull or I'll cut you. That is a threat that is being made in court.
Mr. Wright, you'll explain yourself at once.
I know I'm right. It was all the other way around from the beginning. Very well, Your Honor, let me explain. Director Cosmos' reason for moving Launchpad was what? Wait a minute, look at the court record. Where's the map? Where's the giant map of everything? Diagram of the boarding lounge and the space center. Is this what I want? If it was switched. What if they went into the museum? Can they do that? They can, right? If it's switched around and rotated? Wait a minute, to switch it with another place. Oh, holy shit, dudes. Because he wanted to switch it with some other place.
I'm sorry, but did you say switch it?
When a problem comes along, you must switch it.
But what could possibly have switched the launchpad with?
The other side, of course, which is the museum. That's over there. Oh, you'd be surprised, Your Honor. All it takes is a little thinking outside the box, and the answer becomes clear as day. This is what was switched with Launchpad 1. The museum. It has to be. It's on the other side.
Take that!
It's logic. Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum? Remember, there's a rocket in the Space Museum! In the past, Space Museum used to be Launchpad 2. It has all the same features as Launchpad 1, and it can even be moved to the launch site. Meaning, the Space Museum and Launchpad 1 can also be switched with each other.
You can't mean...
Yup. The rocket the astronauts boarded was not the one in Launchpad 1. Oh my god, though! Wait a minute! Oh, we're having the long finale episode today. Yes, we are. This is the long episode that I promised you guys. Did he just say Boulder Dash and I missed it?
Boulder Dash!
And yet it's the only explanation that accounts for every riddle and inconsistency. This is how the Space Center was just before the incident.
I see Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum have already switched places.
That's right. And with the two switched like this, the astronauts entered the Space Museum from boarding lounge 1. This allowed the true killer to enter Launchpad 1 from boarding lounge 2 and set the bomb on the rocket. Come to think of it, the door to the Space Museum from boarding lounge 2...
Welcome, welcome! The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Exactly. Anyone could pass through the door to the Space Museum. There is no fingerprint recognition system on that door. Oh my god! In other words, with the two launch pads switched, someone other than Mr. Starbuck could have easily planted the bomb. Oh, his underwear is gone. After setting the bomb on the rocket, the culprit snuck into boarding lounge 1 and waited there concealed, in order to kill Mr. Terran when the two astronauts emerged from the Space Museum. Recall that Miss Blackwell, Mr. Starbuck, and the director all saw a suspicious figure, who, we can suppose, after killing Mr. Terran, made their escape into the Space Museum. After that, Director Cosmos switched the two launch pads back, without realizing that the killer was inside the Space Museum. Oh my god, what a freaking weird way to set up a building. This is not the first time we've seen rotated rooms. Definitely not. And it's always ended up bad for everyone involved when there are rotating rooms. The killer then left the Space Museum and made a clean getaway. Right, Dono, I see you know how to handle a sword and handle it. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me? Perhaps I should call you Swords Master Bluff. Kinda like that, actually. I'm a seasoned warrior who has cut down many a prosecutor. That's true. Get him. Have you ever heard of Miles Edgeworth? But unless you can prove your theory, it's no better than a rusty sword.
That's right. You have no proof I switched the launch pads.
Somebody needs a better anger management counselor. Listen, we all do playing this. If the launch pads really were switched, there might be a record of it somewhere. At this point, Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched with each other. So, the corridor beyond the door should be the one that leads to the Space Museum. Let's see. This is an image of the Launchpad 1 corridor. Do you see anything different when we compare it to the security footage? I'm looking, but where should we be looking? Huh? That number on the floor. Where? Where is it? I don't see it. Is the text box in front of it? Oh, it says 1. It's right there near the robot. I didn't even notice that because I think almost every time we viewed that, the text box was over it. Well, what do you know? It looks like we have proof after all, Prosecutor Blackwell. Okay, so what's showing in the photo, though? We need to look at that, too, don't we? And if this is just another bluff? Oh, don't worry. It's all right here. Right in this footage. I can't see. Wait, no, I can! Look, just behind his arm where the little 999 number is. On his little arm. Look at that. That looks like a number on the floor, and it don't look like a 1, do it? It's cut off, but you can tell. Oh my god! I didn't even look at that. I wouldn't even have thought to look. Proof that beyond this door is the corridor to the Space Museum.
Very well, then. Answer this for me, if you would. What in this footage proves that the corridor belongs to the Space Museum?
I can't believe I didn't even think to look at this. Right here.
Take that!
Oh my god. There's a 1 on the floor of the Launchpad 1 corridor. There it is right there. But look at this floor on the corridor in the security footage. Do you see the number on the floor behind the astronauts? It doesn't look like a 1, does it? That's because what you see is actually part of a 2. What? Blackwell missed it as well. How could this have happened? Why is it a 2 and not a 1? That's because the corridor you see is the one to the Space Museum. That still means that Yuri Cosmos is innocent, right? Because he still didn't know that he was doing it. I think. And so that means the corridor in this footage was not filled with smoke. That's right, because the explosion didn't occur in the Space Museum. The explosion occurred in Launchpad 1 on the side opposite the Space Museum. And now that we know the 2 astronauts escaped from there, the mystery from the previous trial of how they got down the ladder is cleared up. That's right. Mr. Terran, carrying Mr. Starbuck, simply took the elevator from the upper level down to the middle, because it was working in that side of the building.
Just incredible. The 2 launch pads were actually switched. But you'd think that someone would have noticed an event of this magnitude.
Everyone was down in the basement shelter when the launch pads were switched. That's right as well. But it was the perfect thing. How could someone have planned this? There's no way anyone could have known what was happening on the surface. That's it, we've done it. We've done it. Oh shoot, sorry about the lag. I think that's my capture device. Okay. What's happening? So, bye-bye. No more lies, Director Cosmos. It's high time you told us the truth.
Oh, blah, blah. My honor, my glory, everything is slipping away. Time to deploy my ultimate weapon. Oh, I don't like this. Oh my god. Galactic engine ignition. What? It's gone haywire.
Where's he going?
It won't stop.
Oh my gosh.
My stars, my glory!
Oh my god! What the?
Not that way!
Wait. So then did he do it? I'm so confused.
Bailiff on your steed and after that witness.
What, you got horses in here? Police horses in court? Now that's the court for me.
I see we managed to retrieve you before you came to any bodily harm.
Director Cosmos, do you admit that you switched the launch pads?
I admit it's true. I switched Launchpad 1 for the Space Museum. Oh, it's good to hear words I can believe for a change.
Oh no, though. Before you do, Your Honor, two things. First, we don't know if Mr. Terran had prior knowledge of the switch. As for Mr. Starbuck, he was unaware of his surroundings thanks to his medication. Either way, Mr. Terran would have realized the instant he stepped into the Space Museum that it had been switched with Launchpad 1. Yeah, he would have known for sure, right? So my first question is, if the Space Museum was perfectly fine, why did Mr. Terran feel the need to put on such a dramatic display? As for my second question, I'd like Director Cosmos to tell us why he switched the two launch pads to begin with.
Please, I can't. I exercise my right to remain silent.
Boy, if you do that, you're going to jail, though, for sure.
But I will say my hands were tied. I was only doing what I could to keep my men from getting caught in that blast.
The director is terrified. He must have one heck of a reason for not wanting to explain why. Probably not a good time to try to pry it out of him, huh? No, it doesn't look like it.
Excuse me. Would you mind if I picked up my stars? Without my badge of rank, I'm nothing. I don't see why not. Bailiff, help the director retrieve his stars.
You're right, dude. Oh, jeez.
It appears the possibility of a culprit other than the defendant has presented itself. Mr. Starbuck, is there anything you wish to say?
How about it? You're right.
I don't get it. Don't get it? What don't you get?
Director, why did you do all that? From, like, the very beginning, you were never meant for the launch to go ahead, did you? You tricked us. Mr. Starbuck. Wait, was that the reason behind it?
Starbuck, my boy, I'm sorry I can't tell you the reason why. But I had to do it to protect the Space Center.
Director! Will I ever get the chance to go into space again? Oh, this is awful. Who's that other girl? We didn't meet her.
Yes, of course, I won't rest until it happens. I will get you into space again, my boy. My boy.
Then the dream is still alive? Of course it is. Don't let your dreams be memes. Wait, what's your problem? What happened? You mad? You mad that you lost? What's wrong? What's going on with you now? You're not going into space, Starbuck, but prison. I won't have it any other way. What are you talking about? We just proved that he didn't do anything, almost. Why are you so hung up on him? Wait, is this about the tea? Is tea about to be spilled in here? You got a personal thing against him, don't you? Wait a minute now, remember. His sister works in the same area. Could be related to this. Yes, I accept the launch pads really were switched. And if there was a third person at the scene, I suppose they could have escaped. But I have yet to see proof of this third person's escape via the Space Museum.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, he's not gonna let it go. He's right. I don't have any proof. What are we gonna do? Starbuck, you will spill everything you know.
What? Me?
Where did you get those bombs? Tell me now. If you don't, My blade shall feast on your blood. This is getting dark. This is bad.
If I'm gonna die, I wanna die in space.
I have to do something. Solomon Starbuck. Prepare yourself. Wait, what's happening right now? What? Oh, is Bobby here? Bobby, fucking save us, dude.
Ha ha ha, now you know, violence isn't the answer, Prosecutor Blackwell.
It's gotta be him. It's gotta be my dude. My best boy. That annoyingly cheerful laugh can be none other than... your Wrangler's here, dude. Man, stop acting out. Yeah, buddy. How you doing? Did you come to save the day?
Champion of righteousness, Bobby Fulbright here, in justice we trust.
I am so glad to see you. Detective Fulbright?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Lawyer. I hope I'm not too late.
It's only the end, but it's fine. Is it the end? We haven't really done anything yet. Well, I mean, we have, but like we haven't... We're not 100% sure, are we? I don't believe we had an appointment. I always have an appointment for Bobby.
I tried to hurry, but I ended up helping a little old lady cross the street. And then I had to break up a catfight. I tell ya, justice sure is a full-time job.
Wait, from actual cats or... Oh my god, Phoenix just asked the same thing I did. Why am I Phoenix? Why are you here again? To tase Blackwell, a job that must needs be done.
Because the defendant isn't the culprit, and I came to make sure that justice is served.
He is gonna go through with it, hey? I don't have any idea what you're talking about. You're right. I bet that hurt. Fulbright. I always thought you were a bit touched in the head. But have you finally succumbed? The end of that was never mind.
No, but it looks like you succumbed to this phantom of yours. Open your eyes and let the evidence of justice uncloud your judgment.
What evidence? Come to think of it, he did say something about finding us some evidence. He did.
Thanks you too, I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence.
So he did find it. Oh my god, coming in clutch at the last minute, are you, Bobby? I didn't think he was serious, though. I completely forgot about it, to be fair. Everything's been happening so quick. So what is it, detective? Is something that will prove Mr. Starbuck innocent?
It is indeed. Have a look at this.
What's that?
What's this? A lighter?
Is that the lighter?
That's right, a lighter thought to have been used by the culprit, no less. The Space Museum's cleaning robot picked it up. It has the victim Clay Terran's blood along with his killer's fingerprints on it.
What? Oh my god, Bobby! Are you serious?
Order. Detective Fulbright, can I assume that the fingerprints don't belong to the defendant? You bet, Mr. Starbuck is totally innocent.
Who do they belong to, though? This is it. This is just what I needed. I guess you're just what I needed. Lighter added to the court record. The lighter found on the floor of the Space Museum. The true culprit's fingerprints are on it in the victim's blood. I'm not sure I like the fact that they're not saying whose fingerprints they are. Is there a reason for that? Are they going to tell us right now? Your Honor, this is decisive evidence that supports the defense's earlier claim.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
With pleasure, Your Honor. Recall where this lighter was found. Based on that, we can extrapolate that after the killer murdered Mr. Terran, they escaped with lighter in hand into the Space Museum, where they dropped it. The switching of the two launch pads occurred. Then finally, the killer left through boarding lounge 2 and made their escape. Meanwhile, Mr. Starbuck was found in boarding lounge 1 after the murder, a fact that Director Cosmos has testified to. Therefore, Mr. Starbuck couldn't possibly have been the one to drop the lighter there.
Silence.
What? Don't get mad. Get glad. But the defendant had free reign of the area until Director Cosmos appeared. Could he not have dropped the lighter in the Space Museum during that span of time?
Objection.
No? How could he have done that? You'd like that to be true, wouldn't you? But Director Cosmos testified that right after he saw the mysterious figure with a lighter, he went into the lounge and found the unconscious Mr. Starbuck. In other words, Mr. Starbuck wouldn't have had the time to double back to the museum. No. Prosecutor Blackwell, this lighter could only have been dropped by the real killer. Most importantly, Mr. Starbuck's fingerprints were nowhere to be found on this lighter. I think you understand what this means, don't you? This piece of evidence unequivocally proves that Mr. Starbuck wasn't the culprit. Gah! You gotta accept it now, don't you? Why doesn't he want to?
This does indeed appear to be decisive evidence that proves the defense's claims.
As for the remote switch that was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, we can assume it was planted by the killer on the unconscious Mr. Starbuck. I mean, that's what we thought all along, isn't it? That's pretty much the idea we had. No, there must be some mistake. Wait, he usually lets us go once we've got it right. Why is he being like this? What's wrong? This is great, but I also don't feel right. Why am I feeling like this? What's the matter? Am I looking into it too much?
Frankly, Prosecutor Blackwell, I've been worried about you. You've been chasing this phantom for 7 whole years.
What's this about?
I understand your urgency because tomorrow...
What's happening tomorrow? Wait, what? What does that mean? Does it feel off because these two have some kind of secret that we don't know? That might be it. Fulbright, you promised never to speak of it. What's happening? Is something happening in jail tomorrow, maybe? Like maybe he's up for parole or something? Huh? Tomorrow? What about tomorrow? What's happened?
Given the body of evidence, I think it's safe to say the defendant is innocent. In light of the fact that it was impossible for him to have committed the crime. A few unanswered questions remain, so I look forward to seeing what you two uncover. But for now...
This court finds the defendant, Solomon Starbuck. I guess we won't know who the killer is yet. We're just trying to get him a not guilty verdict. Did we just do it? Not guilty! Whoa, poggers! But this is very unanswered. It's weird. Wait, why is this so odd? What's happened? This doesn't feel right. Is it me? Yes, we did it, Mr. Wright. Looks like we pulled it off somehow, huh? With some help from Detective Fulbright. Mr. Wright, Miss Sykes, thank you, and please thank Apollo for me too. I will. You all are the best. Oh, I wish we could tell Apollo about Mr. Starbuck's verdict right now. Yeah, me too. That's gonna have to wait.
Now that a verdict has been reached, I'd like to bring today's trial to a close. Court is adjourned.
What? Why do I feel so weird about this? Something's wrong.
Objection!
Wait, what's happened? We're not done? We're not done. What's wrong? It's too late to object, isn't it? What's wrong, Simon? It simply isn't possible. Something's wrong. That's what I said. He's never acted like this.
Prosecutor Blackwell? Are you dissatisfied with the verdict?
What's the matter? Fulbright. What were the results of the fingerprints analysis for the lighter? Exactly. How come we don't know? Surely it was done. Because you'd have to know that it wasn't Solomon's fingerprints.
Huh? The results?
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Oh, well, I was in a hurry, you see, and then there was that cat fight, and whoa, well.
But you didn't do it?
I kinda got carried away when I heard the prints weren't Mr. Starbuck's, so...
You didn't figure out whose they were? Just that they weren't his. You have yet to read it? Prosecutor Blackwell, can you read out who the prints belong to? Who is it? Who is it, Simon? Upon thorough analysis, the fingerprints were found to belong to Athena. What? So says the report. What? Excuse me? Me? Wait, how? What?
Order, I say, order! Miss Sykes? Tell me you have an explanation for this. We just finished proving that this lighter could only belong to the killer. Finding your prints on it can only lead us to one grave conclusion.
I don't know how they got on there, but I know I'm not the culprit. Is that your lighter, though, Athena? What the fuck's going? What's on? This can't be happening. We built up our argument piece by piece. And I don't think any of our reasoning was faulty. So how could it have led to this?
Writer updated.
What?
Evidence found by Detective Fulbright. It has Athena's prints on it and the victim's blood.
Oh! What have I done? Please forgive me. I'm sorry.
It wasn't your fault. What does this mean, though?
Order, order! Detective Fulbright, stop your crying.
What in the world is happening here? It's like the world's gone mad.
Order, order! I will have order.
Oh my fucking god! Dudes! Confusion spiraled into utter chaos. After all we'd fought for, the truth had turned cruelly on us to accuse Athena of the crime. Somewhere, somehow, everything had gone terribly wrong. We'd stumbled over the edge of reason and into the jaws of a twisted darkness. What the